Okay, here's 24, season 1, episode 11, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. So this is how we learn the connection of Palmer and Bauer. We meet the villain who's kind of is pissed off about Bauer because he killed his dad, and so he wants revenge on Bauer. And then of course we learn that Palmer is the one who kind of set this whole thing up. This when they were back in Czechoslovakia, or whatever you want to call it, where Bauer did this bad thing or basically killed his dad a long time ago. So we're seeing the connection of these two guys who haven't met yet. And this is really the show. What I wrote down in the show, this episode is all about women aren't victims. The women aren't victims as they are, and even if they're getting kidnapped, they aren't victims. And we're seeing that all the women on the show are not to be messed with. So you got Nina, you got Terry, you got Kim, and of course you got Sherry Palmer, who is basically we're learning that she has a big backbone. We thought she was just like a figurehead for Palmer, but we're learning that this character is actually kind of Lady Macbeth-ish, and we kind of love Lady Macbeth characters on television. She's kind of the first of her kind in a lot of ways. Like, you're going to see a lot of future Lady Macbeths, but in 2001, Sherry Palmer was one of the first of her kind. So she's got backbone and deception, and the great line of the episodes where it's like talking about Palmer getting strong-armed by the fundraisers because they want him to do certain things, and she tells David, "You work for them." But of course, David Palmer will have none of that. And so we got some really interesting stuff happening here, where we're learning that just because you get kidnapped when you're a woman on the show, just because you're taking orders from Jack Bauer, and just because you're the wife of a presidential candidate, doesn't mean that will be told what to do. You are the backbone, and you basically will control what's going on with these men's lives as well. That's my review.